Hi everyone, welcome back to Scripture Study with Smithy. You can probably hear the rain. It's days like this when I think about sitting in front of an open fire and chilling out with some marshmallows or, chocolate, um, and also lighting a candle. I love the open flame. It's got a nice warmth and it's got a nice feel to it when you have that. And I was thinking about the Lord's when he mentioned about candles. So let's go to Matthew chapter 5, the Sermon on the Mount, when he says, "Ye are the light of the world. A city that is set on a hill cannot be hid. Neither do men light a candle and put it under a bushel, but on a candlestick, and it giveth light unto all that are in the house. Let your light so shine before men, that they may see your good works, and glorify your Father which is in heaven." So he's talking to his disciples there. So he's saying, you're the light of the world. You are the beacon. People will look to you for guidance, direction, for doctrine, for instruction. And you've been set on that hill, Mount Zion, and you cannot be hid. And so don't go hiding it away. Don't try and put it under a bushel or whatever, because you're meant to give light to all that are in the house. You're meant to let your light shine, and the purpose of that is not because our works will save us, but when people see our works, they will know that we are of God, and then they will glorify God. That's the purpose of that. Great scripture. But it's not the only place that it's mentioned. Let's go to Mark chapter 4. It's a little bit different. It says, verse 21, "And he said unto them, Is a candle brought to be put under a bushel or under a bed, and not to be set on a candlestick? For there is nothing hid which shall not be manifest, neither was anything kept secret, but that it should come abroad. If any man have ears to hear, let him hear." So that's a little bit different. Interesting, it says, "There's nothing hid that shall not be manifest." Everything comes out in the end, right? You're seeing it in the news at the moment with corruption that's been uncovered. It all comes out in the end. And when Jesus comes back, all things will be made known. Everything will be revealed. All the secret and dark conspiracies and murders and intrigue, we'll all know everything. But we put our candle on a candlestick so it gives light to all that are in the house. And Luke chapter 8, 16 to 18 reads, "No man, when he hath lighted a candle, covereth it with a vessel, or putteth it under a bed, but setteth it on a candlestick, that they which enter in may see the light. For nothing is secret that shall not be made manifest, neither anything hid that shall not be known and come abroad." So they want people to come in and see the light. I was just thinking about this next verse. It says, "Take heed therefore how you hear, for whosoever hath, to him shall be given, and whosoever hath not, from him shall be taken even that which he seemeth to have." That's an interesting scripture as well. I'm going to let you think about that one while I just talk about candles. The last verse is in Luke 11, verse 33 to 36. It says, "No man, when he hath lighted a candle, putteth it in a secret place, neither under a bushel, but on a candlestick, that they which come in may see the light." This is interesting. He says something a bit different here. "The light of the body is the eye. Therefore, when thine eye is single, thy whole body is full of light. But when thine eye is evil, thy body also is full of darkness. Take heed therefore that ye light which is in thee, take heed therefore that the light which is in thee be not darkness. If thy whole body therefore be full of light, having no part dark, the whole shall be full of light, as when the bright shining of a candle doth give thee light. Isn't that fantastic? I love the symbolism, or the imagery that brings up, the light and the darkness. The light of the body is the eye. Interesting, it's kind of relates to something that I've been thinking about the last few days. I went recently, when you go into shopping malls and that, you see a lot of people, and over the years I like to watch people. I noticed that there's a lot of people who are walking in spiritual darkness, and I'm not being judgmental at all. I'm just discerning, just being aware, just noticing, like the Satan is the ruler and dark of this world, and he's just pushing darkness and contention and arguing and violence and everything. He's just pushing it all, and unhappiness, addictions. So when I'm walking through the supermarkets and shopping malls, I'm looking at people, and I don't see the light. I don't see that burning light in their eyes or in their faces. And then occasionally you do meet someone who has that spark, and you're like, well, that's great, that's awesome. And you have a connection with that person, so I don't know, just pay attention, I guess, if you haven't already. When you see people, do they have the light? If not, maybe there's an opportunity there to let your light shine. Just something to think about. Great scriptures. I always thought there was a lot more references to candles in the New Testament than that, but it appears that that's it. Maybe it's just something that stuck in my head when I was a bit younger, because I could understand that imagery and that concept that he was trying to say. Anyway, enjoy your study. Thanks for watching.